You're watching Machindo's hometown station, HTV1.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
From Machindo's news leader, this is HTV1 News at noon.
Well, Michigan has hit a remarkable milestone in the fight against the coronavirus, and it's certain to be one that those in favor of the emergency orders tout as a success. Well, good afternoon, Machindo. I'm Scott Pienta. Well, the downward trajectory in the daily case counts has been mostly steady and easily visible, but yesterday's numbers were truly astonishing. There were only 9 new confirmed cases in all of Michigan yesterday. Well, that is the lowest statewide confirmed case count at any point in the pandemic, and the first time the count has ever been in a single-digit number, as the very first count in the beginning of the March was 14 cases, and the numbers have only went up from there. Now, Michigan's peak was 1,530 on March 30th, and with another peak of 1,521 2 days later before the daily count began dropping. An anomalous peak of 1,490 happened on May 12th, but those figures returned to steady downward slope from where they were the days prior. Indiana and Ohio are both seeing slight increases, but as we reported yesterday, it's nothing like the new outbreaks in Florida and in Arizona. State officials here are asking the public to continue wearing masks and social distancing so that doesn't happen in our region. Well, here on a local level, the numbers remain mostly steady. Branch County reports 236 confirmed cases, 14 probable, and 2 deaths. Hillsdale County shows 173 confirmed, 12 probable, and 25 deaths. Lenawee County has 164 confirmed cases. Now, 140 of those are recovering, and 6 deaths, as well as 34 probable cases, all of them recovering. Steuben County added a case, bringing their total up to 111 and 2 deaths, and Angola Mayor Richard Hickman notes that all of the surrounding Indiana counties are seeing larger increases than the one per day that Steuben County is reporting, which he attributes to those counties trying to reopen for businesses more quickly. Well, Williams County holds steady at 44 confirmed cases, 15 probable cases, and 1 death. And over in Fulton County also remains at 52 confirmed cases, all in 1 probable case, all of them recovered with still, no deaths. Well, it may be Friday before we know whether or not the Kunkel 4th of July parade is still happening this year. The Bryan Times says organizer John Huff You there? Yeah, I got to turn you up in my ear. That way I wasn't even paying attention that you weren't there. All right. Sorry. Of internet, and unfortunately we have I'm not at the studio today. We are remote, so fortunately we're in a school system, but the internet is not working the way we want it to. So anywho's, let's get right back onto the Kunkel Parade. Well, it may be Friday before we know whether or not the Kunkel 4th of July Parade is going to still happen this year. The Bryan Times says organizer John Huffman, officials with the Kunkel and Madison Township Fire Department, and Williams County Health Commissioner Jim Watkins have been talking it over. Well, parades are one of the events that are still restricted under the Ohio's emergency orders, amounting to a mass gathering. Well, Hoffman says that he won't shut the event down on his own. He is waiting for word from the county health department. And Watkins says he'll base his advisement on what happens at the state level. But that may change at any time. The decision can't wait any longer, though there is no word from the state on any sort of a timeline. Well, the limit on gatherings is scheduled to expire next week, but Governor Mike DeWine is not given any indication whether or not he would renew it. Now, it is unclear whether or the Kunkel Parade would be postponed or outright canceled if it can't be held on Independence Day. Well, here we go in Jonesville. Many residents have been wondering when the citywide cleanup event would take place. Well, it's been officially announced by the city officials. They have a date for you now. That will happen on Saturday, August 22nd. Modern Waste Systems will begin picking up items at the curb at 7 a.m. that day, and all items must be out before that time. Well, the city reminds you that you can start putting those items out on the Sunday before August 16th, and because one person's trash is another person's treasure, that's what they say anyways, well, some of those items may disappear by the time the trucks show up. So they ask if you are one of those treasure hunters, please sort things out neatly and leave the area that you just went through tidy. Now, you can also use the cleanup to toss out items under Jonesville's outdoor storage junk ordinance without any additional costs. And there are no limits on the amount of items placed at that curb. Now, some of the acceptable items include bags or boxes less than 50 pounds, furniture, toys, bicycles, home fixtures, building materials, doors, sections of fencing, as long as they can be fit in a truck and lifted by one person, and wheeled rims. Now, you cannot use the cleanup events to dispose of construction materials, yard waste, liquid or hazardous waste, tires, motor oil, or car batteries. Now, for more information, you can call Jonesville City Hall at 517-849-2104. Well, the city also reminds you, if you have metal or junk items, Jonesville American Legion raises funds by picking up that scrap metal. For more information on that, you can call Larry Rathbun at 517-425-1321. The Steuben County Commissioners are looking into ways to obtain CARES Act funding. The Herald Republican says the county has hired the law firm of Barnes and Thornburg of Fort Wayne to help them navigate the process of obtaining the emergency money through the state of Indiana. Some $300 million has been set aside in the coronavirus relief package specifically for local governments, and Steuben County could be eligible for up to $1.2 million of it. Well, the funds would be expenses incurring between March and end of the year, and any money not used would go back to the federal government. Well, Barnes and Thornburg will be paid a flat fee of $5,000 for their work. Montpelier School Superintendent Jamie Grimes says that whatever the district's plans are for the fall end up being, it will be, quote, living document. Well, that's according to the Bryan Times, which reports that Grimes will be meeting with Williams County Health Commissioner James Watkins on Friday. Well, the process to determine what the next school year will look like is just at the beginning stages, and Grimes noted that the state guidelines are continuously changing, so teachers and staff will need to be flexible. The district's pandemic response team will start working on putting plans on paper after the meeting with the health commissioner. At last night's meeting, the Montpelier School Board also approved the use of the CARES Act funding to pay the staff for training on the district's virtual learning platform at the rate of $13.25 an hour. Well, meanwhile, the Herald Republican says that the Fremont School Board has set a date for graduation, and that will happen in the Fremont High School gym at 10 a.m. on July 25th. The commencement ceremony was delayed due to the pandemic restrictions, and Superintendent Bill Stitt says that the mask or face shields are still highly recommended. Well, grads will be given their 4 tickets to hand out to family and friends, and social distancing will be required at the event. Well, the ceremony will also be streamed live on the school's Facebook page. Well, the board also decided at Monday's special meeting to reduce the number of school bus routes in the district, both because of social distancing requirements and because they're having difficulty hiring and keeping bus drivers. Well, there had been 11 routes in town previously, but the fall there will only be 6. Now, they are hoping to encourage more students to walk to school if they live within 6 blocks of the campus. The Republican leadership in Michigan's legislature have put together their plan for how public schools should reopen this fall. According to WKZO, the joint House-Senate plan requires local school districts and health departments to develop health and safety standards unique to their own local area. Proponents say that kids cannot remain out of the classroom and must return as soon and as safely as possible. Well, the proposal has a price tag of $1.3 billion, and it has been referred to the education committees in both the House and Senate, where it will be considered later on this week. Well, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is expected to reveal her own plan next week, and officials say that she's already been informed about the Republicans' proposal. Well, still ahead, authorities have released the names of the victims on yesterday's deadly apartment fire in Quincy. And the Michigan State Police aren't laughing after domestic violence suspect claims he pointed a gun at his ex-girlfriend's head as a joke. Well, HTV1 News at noon. We'll be right back.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family-owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
Authentic Mexican food is just a short drive away at El Cerrito in Coldwater and Hillsdale. The variety-packed menu has something for everyone, with classic Mexican dishes, El Cerrito specialties, and tasty treats for dessert. Don't forget the best margaritas in town with margarita specials Friday and Saturday. And carry-out ordering is great for work lunches or picking up dinner for the family. Make your next meal a fiesta for your taste buds at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Does your vehicle sound like a tractor putting down the road? Then you need to see the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. They will give you a free estimate along with first-class customer service. They custom make any exhaust needed for your vehicle. Stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss 2 fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just 2 great deals and 2 more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.
Well, we now know the identity of the man who was killed in yesterday's apartment fire in Quincy. The Daily Reporter says 39-year-old David Green passed away while trying to escape the blaze at 58 West Chicago Street early Tuesday morning. Well, the 80-year-old converted apartment home caught fire around 3:20 with flames quickly spreading from the downstairs front east unit, causing smoke to fill up the 2-story building. 58-year-old Robin Etheridge was the woman who climbed out of the second-story window onto the roof of a porch and jumped to the ground, breaking her leg. Well, David was Robin's son-in-law, and her daughter, Amanda Green, was in with him in the living room, along with David's cousin, when the fire broke out. Well, they attempted to get down the central stairwell, but they were overcome by the smoke. Amanda and the cousin both survived and are in stable condition at the Coldwater Regional, where they are expected to be transferred. Now, David Green was pronounced dead at the scene. The 2 other people were also transported for smoke inhalation and later released. Well, 2 dogs also perished in that blaze. The Branch County Sheriff's Victim Unit and the Red Cross are assisting those residents. Most of the fire damage was in the front 4 apartments or in both floors, while the rest had smoke and water damage. Now, the building had 9 units, but 3 of them were vacant. No word yet on the cause of that fire. The man who stole coins from Union City Laundromat on Sunday has been arraigned. The reporter says 42-year-old Jerry Beers had been charged with meth and weapons possession after being arrested by Michigan State Police following the complaint of the theft. While troopers pulled Beers over after watching the suspect drive away from the scene, and Beers had a pocket full of quarters. Well, despite being accused of breaking into the change machine, Beers claimed it was already open. Well, the troopers searched his car and found a holster and a loaded magazine on the dashboard, as well as a black case with an unloaded pistol and a baggie of meth in the case. Well, Beers was held on $5,000 bond, and his preliminary hearing is scheduled for July 2nd and 8th. If convicted, he could spend up to 10 years of prison on the count of meth charge and 2 counts consecutive years for the weapons charge. An Allegansee Township man is facing serious felony charges after an assault with he called a joke. Well, 38-year-old Jeremiah Thompson was breaking up with his girlfriend Denise Harder just after midnight on Sunday, according to the Daily Reporter. During the dispute, Thompson allegedly grabbed a gun and pointed it at Harder's head. Well, Harder was on the phone with a friend at the time, and she told a friend that Thompson was pointing a gun at her as it happened. Well, Thompson claimed he was just only joking, but Michigan State Police troopers didn't think it was very funny. Well, they found the gun with a bullet in the chamber hidden in a laundry basket. Thompson has been charged with felonious assault and misdemeanor domestic assault and battery. Well, he could spend up to 4 years in prison on the felony count and 93 days behind bars for the misdemeanor. Well, bond has been set at $15,000, and the preliminary hearings are scheduled for July 2nd and 8th. Well, it's the end for the Quincy Transfer Station as WTVB reports that the Republic Waste Services will be shutting down that facility once their new station in Coldwater is open. The Quincy Village Council approved the closure last week, noting that it has only generated revenues of around $3,000 in the past few years. The village plans to sell the 37 acres of land through a bidding process. Well, the property has an assessed value of over $142,000, and village manager Brittany Butler has suggested a minimum bid to be set in the request for the proposals. Well, that process hasn't been approved yet, but the council is expected to address it here in the next month. And the Branch County Board of Commissioners has voted to open negotiations with the Police Officers Association of Michigan to address wages for the county's dispatchers. Well, this is according to WTVB. County Administrator Bud Norman says it in a meeting he had already been scheduled. Both sides agreed when the county budget was passed earlier this year that the 2-tier pay system, combined with the low pay rates compared to other counties in the region, has driven away dispatchers in Branch County. But while they agreed on what the problem was, there was no real solution except an agreement that the issue would be addressed at a later date. Well, currently there are only 7 dispatchers working in Branch County, while 911 Director Kurt Spalding says the minimum should be 11. The resolution passed by the commissioners yesterday gives Norman the approval to meet with POAM officials and negotiate a memorandum of understanding regarding the fix. Meanwhile, Branch County Sheriff John Pollock says that his vehicle fleet is aging and repairs are getting costly. WTVB says that the sheriff told the county commissioners at the last Thursday's work session that the 2 vehicles haven't been in service or repaired since layoffs in 2012, and they need about $3,400 worth of work. Well, he added that the vehicles themselves weren't even worth the repairs that they were done, but they were the only vehicles currently available for use by corrections officers. Pollock has not formally requested more funding, but he told the commissioners that costs will be increasing as the fleet gets older. Well, we'll be right back to wrap things up with a couple of options for your weekend activities. More right after this.
El Cerrito's variety-packed menu has something for everyone. With generous servings and lots of flavor, you'll think of it as a fiesta for your taste buds. Dine in or carry out at El Cerrito on Chicago Street in downtown Coldwater and Carlton Road in Hillsdale.
There's a reason that professionals shop at Jonesville Lumber. They expect quality, service, and knowledge. And that's exactly what they receive. For nearly 100 years, Jonesville Lumber has been family owned. We take pride in serving our area with great products at competitive prices. We have dedicated project estimators in-house that will help figure the materials needed to complete your next task at hand. Whether you're building your dream home, adding a pole barn, building a deck, updating your kitchen, or painting your front door, let Jonesville Lumber help you with your next project.
The Saucy Dogs is the name and barbecue is the game. Come on down for a good time and some great food. At Saucy Dogs, try our barbecue nachos or our tasty ribs. We'll have you howling for more. Saucy Dogs, downtown Jonesville.
Well, finally today, if you're looking for entertainment this weekend, there is no shortage of it around the area. Well, this Friday night, the Telegram says that the City of Adrian's Maple City Movie Night series has joined up with the Croswell Out of Doors to show Sonic the Hedgehog at Heritage Park, starting shortly after nightfall. Well, you can watch from your car or bring blankets and chairs and sit outside, and popcorn will be made available. Now then on Saturday, the Garth Brooks concert will be broadcast live to over 300 drive-in theaters across the country. And Coldwater's Capri Drive-In is one of them. WTBB says it's one of the biggest concerts in the country since the coronavirus pandemic began. Now, social distancing measures will be in place and the show will start at dusk, rain or shine. Well, those are today's top stories. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at HTV1 News at noon. Don't forget, you can find more of our streams and live broadcasts 24/7 at htv1.net. And don't forget, we have our new subscription channel at hmnracing.com where you can follow our GLSS series. That's a Great Lakes Super Sprint series. We'll be in Mount Pleasant this Friday night. We go live at 8 o'clock, as well as then we will be at Crystal Motor Speedway on a Saturday. It's going on at 8 o'clock, and then you can find the rest of our series information right on the site as well. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. For everybody here, I'm Scott Pienta. Have a good one, everyone.
Tired of having everyone know you're coming before you arrive because of your exhaust? If so, then it's time to call the experts at RS Custom Exhaust in Hillsdale. RS Custom Exhaust has all the tools and parts to make your vehicle quiet again. And for you sports car enthusiasts, if you're looking for the roar to be the king of the roads, RS Custom Exhaust can help you too. With free estimates and first-class service, RS Custom Exhaust has your vehicle covered. So stop and see them today, located at 1461 Vera Drive in Hillsdale.
Hello everybody, Brett Boyd from the Market House. Don't miss our new expanded summer hours from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And don't miss two fantastic deals on ground chuck at just $3.99 a pound or Dutch Farms butter at just $2.99. Just two great deals and two more reasons to come see us at the Market House. Open 8 to 8, 7 days a week. We'll see you there.